Students, today in this lecture we will learn about Unit 4, Analysis of Discrete Time Signals. Analysis of Discrete Time Signal. This is the fourth unit of your Signals and System. So this is our course content under the Unit 4. First topic is baseband signal sampling. Second topic, Fourier transform of discrete time signal, that is DTFT. Simply called as discrete time Fourier transform. Then properties of DTFT. And fourth topic is Z transform and its properties. Okay. So under this unit you can have four topics, right? So today we are going to discuss about Z transform, because this is the very important topic under the unit 4. So Z transform and its properties. So this is the definition of Z transform. Okay. So before enter into this topic, you must know about the basic principles of Z transform. Okay. So that is purpose of your Z transform. Why we need the Z transform? So in previous lecture and all we had discussed about Fourier series, Fourier transform, Laplace transform, and also we'll discuss about the difference between this Fourier series and Fourier transform, and Fourier transform versus Laplace transform. Okay, so this and all we had discussed about the unit 3rd. But in this unit we focus only on Z transform, right? So the main purpose of Z transform is, the first point, analysis of discrete time signals and discrete time system. So Z transform is used for analysis of discrete time signals and system. Okay. And second one, if you want to design the digital filter, okay, we can use the Z transform. So Z transform is used for to design the digital filter. This is the second point. And third point, synthesis. If you want to synthesis your digital filter, or if you want to synthesis your digital system, okay, there you are using the Z transform. So these are the important purpose of Z transform. Okay. So here in Z transform, right, consider this is your Z transform. Okay. Consider this is your system. Okay. So here I put Z transform. Here input is applying the input is x of n. So small letter I represent here x of n. Okay. After processing your input signal, it produces the output, that is capital X of Z. You just see the notation. Here small letter, here capital letter, here n, here Z. Okay. It means here for any input sequence, the Z transform is complex. Okay. For any input sequence, that is X of n, our Z transform is complex. So it means it has real and imaginary part. Okay. So your output, it contains real and imaginary part. Real and imaginary. Okay. So the main content of this Z transform, we are going to study the first thing is definition of Z transform. You must know clear about the definition. Okay. Second thing is concept of region of convergence, that is ROC. And third one is properties of Z transform. Then fourth one, methods to calculate the inverse Z transform. So Z transform is not only we studied here, indirectly the inverse Z transform also comes under this topic. So you must know about the what are the methods which are available to calculate the inverse Z transform. And next, system analysis using the Z transform. Okay, and last one, relationship with the other transform. That is, our Z transform is related with Fourier Laplace. Okay, so these are all the main important content you have to know about the Z transform under the study about the Z transform. Okay, so first thing is, once again I repeat, under this topic you must know about the definition, ROC, properties, methods of to calculate the inverse Z transform, then system analysis, then relationship with the other transform. Okay, now let us see one by one. First, I have to give the definition of Z transform. Okay, definition of Z transform. So the Z transform of x of n. So here the definition is wrong here, right? This one is wrong. Okay, so the definition of Z transform is x of n is denoted by x of z. Okay, so the definition of Z transform of x of n is given by x of z. Here I am write down here. So Z transform of x of n. Z transform of x of n. So which is equal to x of z. X of z. So which is equal to, the formula is summation. Here n varies between minus infinite to plus infinite. Okay, inside the summation you put x of n. X of n into z power minus n. So this is the correct definition of Z transform. So Z transform, which is equal to x of z equal to summation n equal to minus infinite to plus infinite x of n z power minus n. So here z, this z domain now. So this z is a complex variable. Okay, it means x of n, z is a complex variable. So x of n and x of z is called Z transform pair. This x of n, x of z is called Z transform pair. Okay, so it is represented as, okay, x of n is a transform pair. X of n, when you take the Z transform of this one, okay, pair is a transform. So what do you get? X of z, capital X of z. So this is the definition of Z transform. So here, since Z transform is an infinite series, look at this summation. So this summation contains infinite. So infinite series. So in this case, to find the existence of Z value, okay, where our Z domain it will be existed. So for that, if you want to find out the existence of Z value, okay, here you must introduce one new concept, that is what? ROC. So the purpose of ROC is to find out the existence of Z value. Okay, important 2 mark question. First 2 mark is define Z transform. For that, you have to write down this definition. Okay. Next thing is Z transform also write down. Okay, and say some return points. That is, Z transform is a complex variable. Z transform is a infinite series. Okay, x of n and x of z are Z transform pair is given as. So you have to write down this one, right? So third one is why we introduce the ROC or why we need the ROC. Okay, this is the second question. So for that you have to write down, if you want to find out the existence of Z value, because our Z transform it contains infinite series. Okay, but you have to find out the existence of Z value. For that you go for ROC, region of convergence. Okay, so before entering into this ROC, here I want to give you different types of Z transform. One is bilateral Z transform and another one is unilateral Z transform. So bilateral means the Z transform it will define, okay, it has both sides summation. So it means start from minus infinite to 0, 0 to infinite. So it will contains both sides. So we call it as bilateral. Now this definition is called it is bilateral. Unilateral means it will define only at one-sided Z transform. So it means here instead of here I put 0. Okay. Now it became a unilateral Z transform. It means one-sided Z transform. So this is the types of Z transform. Now we move on to ROC. Okay. ROC means region of convergence. Okay. ROC means region of convergence. Okay. So here the region of convergence of x of z is set of all values of 0 for which x of z attains finite value. So that is the definition of ROC. ROC is x of z, that is final output, no? So after taking the z transform, we can get the output, no? So that is x of z. So x of z is set of all values of z. Okay, but for which x of z attains the final value, right? So the ROC is the region of convergence. According to the definition, it is clear that it is the Z transform is an infinite power series. So Z transform is infinite power series. But this series is not convergent of all the values of Z. Okay, because our x of Z is contains infinite number. So we can't predict where our x of Z is, it will exist in your play. Okay. So ROC is useful for in mentioning and Z transform. So main thing is it was useful for to mention the Z transform. Okay. So next we move on to significance of ROC. So the first point is ROC, it will give an idea about the value of Z. Okay. It will give an idea about the value of Z. So which Z transform can be calculated. Okay. Once after calculating the Z transform, that is your result become x of Z value. You just look into your x of Z equation, final result. Okay, so the final result, based upon the result, here our ROC, it will give you a clear idea about the value of Z for which the Z transform can be calculated. Okay, so the second point is ROC can be used to determine causality of the system. Okay, so like Laplace transform, right? So Laplace transform is used for the stability and causality, no? Right? Here also our Z transform is ROC can be used to determine causality of the system. And third point, ROC can be used to determine stability of the system also. Okay. So first, once again, I will repeat. This is also important 2 more. Write down what is ROC and write down its significance. This is the university question. Okay. So ROC, you know that, right? So here itself I mentioned the definition. So here you just join whatever I am saying now. Okay. So it means the Z transform is an infinite power series. The series is not convergent of all values of Z. So ROC is used for to mentioning the Z transform. Next, significance is it gives the idea about the x of Z for which Z transform is calculated. Second point is ROC is used to determine causality. And third point is ROC is used to determine stability of the system. Okay. So far, I will give you 3 possible 2 marks under this unit 4. One is what is Z transform, then purpose, that is why we need Z transform, that is purpose, then types of Z transform, then what is ROC and write down its significance. Okay, I will give you here 4 possible important 2 marks under this topic. Okay, let us go into the problem, right? So example problem for finite sequence. Okay, previous one I will tell you Z transform is an infinite power sequence, but this problem is for finite sequence. Okay, so finite means just countable. Okay, length should be predictable. Infinite means unpredictable. Your length is not predictable. Okay, but here determine the Z transform of the following sequence x of n. Okay, I am giving solving 2 problems here. Okay, you just note it down all the problems and you do homework. Okay, so remaining problems you consider as a homework, right? First 2 problems I am going to solve here, right? You should carefully understand what I am saying, right? So x of n equal to 1, 2, 5, 6, 1. Okay, So these values are placed inside this curly braces, right? So if you want to write down any sequence, okay, in mathematical, so okay, sequence order means this is the sequence representation. Okay, so X of n is now digital sequence. So previous unit and all discussed about continuous time. So I put here X of t. But hereafter we will discuss only on discrete time signal. So here the notation is X of n. Carefully note it down. For discrete time signal, you put X of n. Okay. So write down the sequence is inside the curly, start with curly braces and close with the curly braces. Right. So in between you put some values. No, this and all we call it as samples. This and all we call it as samples. Right. So each sequence here the arrowhead is represented, mentioned here, isn't it? So if you look at this problem, there will be some arrowheads are mentioned in this sequence. So what does it means the arrowhead? Why the arrowhead is present here? Okay. So the first problem, the arrowhead is presented here, first one. But in second problem, the arrowhead is presented last sample. On third problem, the arrowhead is presented middle of this sample. So what does it mean? Why I mentioned this arrowhead here? So it means the arrowhead it represents starting point. That is considered as the origin point. Okay, our sequence is started from this arrowhead outwards. That is the meaning. That is zeroth position. It indicates the position of zero. Right? Suppose in this problem, the arrowhead is not mentioned here. The arrowhead is not given here. Okay. So at that time, you should understand our sequence is started from origin. That is initial point itself considered as a origin point. Okay, initial point itself considered as a origin point. But you should be aware about the arrowhead it is mentioned or not. Okay, so here in this problem, the arrowhead is mentioned here, starting position. So I put here 0. The position is 0. So right hand side you have the samples now. It means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, start from 0 and end up with 4. Total how many samples are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so in this problem, here I put 0. Okay, so only sequence contains at left hand side. So it means -1. Okay, comma. So here -2, -3, -4. Okay, so in this box it represents the sequence start from -4 to 0. Okay, here in third problem. So third problem here I put 0. Okay, so right hand side you have two samples. So I put here 1, 2. Left hand side you also have the two samples. That is -1 -2. Okay, now you understood, right? Suppose in your problem there is no arrowhead is given. So starting point itself considers a 0, right? So this is the concept of arrowhead. Okay, you also be aware about whether the arrowhead is not given or not, right? Let us solve the first problem. So the first problem, okay, 1, 2, 5, 6, 1. So in the above sequence, all the values convergence in the right hand side. Okay, convergence in the right hand side because it start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So all the values are just converted at the right side of your Z wave, right? So hence our Z transform, that is ROC. ROC it will cover entire Z wave. Okay, they cover entire Z wave except Z equal to 0. Except Z equal to 0. This is the condition. So here except Z equal to 0. Okay, for example, I will tell you the concept here. So x of n equal to 1, 2, 5, 6, 1. So this is your given problem. So arrowhead is mentioned at 1. So it represents x of 0. So here it represents x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, x of 4. Okay, so according to the definition of Z transform, so Z transform definition is x of Z equal to summation n equal to minus infinite to infinite. Inside the summation you put x of n z power minus n. This is the definition of Z transform. Okay, so now our n varies from 0 to 4. Our n varies between 0 to 4. Okay, so I put here 0 to 4. Our n varies between 0 to 4. Okay, x of n is z power minus n. Now you expand the summation. Okay, first when n equal to 0, x of 0 z power 0 plus when n equal to 1, x of 1 z power minus 1 plus when n equal to 2, x of 2 z power minus 2. When n equal to 3, x of 4 z power minus 1. Okay, now we substitute the value of x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3 and x of 4. Okay, so just take down this problem. X of 0 value is 1 here. So I put here 1. So 1 into z power 0. Z power 0 value is anything power 0, value should be 1. So I put here 1. Okay, plus x of 1 value. X of 1 value is here 2. So I put here 2. 2 into z inverse. Next, x of 2 value is 5. So I put here 5. X of 3 value is 6. I substitute here 6. X of 4 value is 1. So I substitute here 1. So this is your x of result. Okay. Finally, you mentioned the ROC values also. That is region of convergence. Okay. So here the x of z is finite sequence. X of z is finite sequence. So when the ROC values will be exist means it will exist at the entire z plane. Okay, entire z plane. But except z equal to 0. Because look at this equation here 1 into z power 0 no. Okay, so all the remaining terms except this value, all the remaining terms are is said to be infinite value because 2 by z, 5 by z square, 6 by z cube, 4 by z power 1 by z power 4. So it means when I put z equal to 0 here, what we get? 1 by 0 is infinite. So it will talk about infinite sequence. Our x of z will cover at a infinite sequence. We can't predict it. Okay. So, but in this sequence, we can predict only at this value. So, our ROC is entire z plane except z equal to 0. Except z equal to 0. Okay, once again, I will tell you another problem. There you should, you can be able to understand this concept, ROC. Okay, see, look at this problem. Second problem is x of n equal to 1, 3, 5, 2, 1. But here I mentioned here last column. So it means it is the left side sequence. Okay, once you see this sequence, okay, you can be able to answer whether our given signal is comes under the left side or right side. Okay, but in this problem, here it is at the last position. So our sequence is comes under left side sequence. Hence ROCs cover entire z plane except z equal to infinite. So some of the problems you should know or you bypass this concept also. Okay, if it is greater than means entire z plane except z equal to 0. Less than means entire z plane except z equal to infinite. Okay, so likewise you should remember all this concept here. So for that only I will give you some more problem here, 9 problems here, only because of this to understand the concept of z plane. Okay, so you all got this all the terms, right? So now x of n which is equal to 1, 3, 5, 2, 1. So I put here x of 0, here x of minus 1, x of minus 2, x of minus 3, x of minus 4. Now according to the definition of z transform, x of z which is equal to summation, it starts from minus 4 to 0. So n equal to minus 4 to 0, x of n is at power minus n. So now I expand the summation. First when n equal to minus 4. So x of minus 4 is at power minus of minus 4. Next, when n equal to minus 3. So x of minus 3 is at of minus of minus 3. When n equal to minus 2, x of minus 2 is at of minus 2. When n equal to minus 1, x of minus 1 into z of minus 1. Thus when n equal to 0, x of 0 is at power 0. Okay. Now substitute this value, corresponding value, x of minus 4, x of minus 3, x of minus 2, minus 1, 0. Okay. So here x of minus 4 is 1. So I placed here 1 into minus into minus become plus, z power 4. Okay. Next x of minus 3 is 3. So 3 into z cube. So x of minus 2 is 5. I substitute here 5. I substitute here 2. Then 1. Okay. So now look at this equation. X of z which is equal to 1 into z power 4, 3 into z cube plus 5 into z square plus 2 z power 1 plus 1. So here all the values, that is power of the z value is positive value. Okay. So here the ROC, when you talk about the ROC, so it will exist at the entire plane, but except z equal to infinite. One thing is z equal to 0. Other thing is z equal to infinite. When I substitute z equal to 0 here, okay. So when you just observe this here, all the negative power of z. So it means entire z plane it comes here, but except z equal to 0. Okay, except z equal to 0. Here, the entire z plane will come in here, but except z equal to infinite. Except z equal to infinite. Okay, so this is right hand side, this is left hand side. So left hand side means usually you said left hand side means -1, but time domain is -1, but power of the z is ulta, that is positive, positive power of the z. When you take the sequence x of n is negative, here look at the previous problem. Here x of n is the power of the power of the z is negative, but x of z comes under right hand side. Okay, just vice versa. If x of n is positive value, okay, your power of the z is negative. If x of z is negative, x of n is negative, your x of z is power of the z value is positive. So that is the vice versa concept here. Okay, so third problem is just listen the third problem. So you start from -2 to +2. So I put here -2 to +2 x of n is power -1. I substitute all the condition, and finally I substitute x of -2 value, -1 value, 0 value, 1 value, 2 values and all. Okay, when you just observe the x of z value, here it contains negative power as well as positive power. So there you should say ROC is entire z pair except first positive power means except z equal to 0. Isn't it? Negative power means except z equal to 0. Positive power means except z equal to infinite. So this is a combination of about two problems. So here ROC is entire z pair except z equal to 0 and to z equal to infinite. Z equal to infinite. Okay. So based upon the three problems itself, you can be able to understand the basic concept of ROC. So because in every problems, there must be in Z transform, there is to also ask the mention its ROC value also. Okay, if you omit the ROC, you can reduce the lose your 1 marks. Okay, because the separate marks are given for ROC. In every problem, the separate marks are awarded for ROC. So in Z transform, you must clear a mode or just other way, or else you just by heart the ROC, right? ROC value. So remaining 4, 5, 6, and 7 and all, consider your homework problem. Okay. Within this, I concluded my topic. If you have any doubt,